Welcome to the first episode of season 2 of Honestly Speaking, and I'm here with my friend, the diva, Angelique. But for real, y'all, just playing. She's not a diva. Kinda, sorta, but not really. Just playing. See, look at her face. Look at her face. Anyways, we have built a relationship over time during our cross-training weeks at work, and we've gotten to know each other, and I really thought she was cool and would be a great guest to have on here. And one of the things we talked about was friendship. So if you could, before you get started, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Angelique. I'm 29. We work together, obviously. And I mean, I'm
That's
happy to
it.
be here.
See, she happy to be here. That's good. We need that kind of energy.
Yeah.
Friendship. Me and her we're like still relatively new friends, but I felt like we clicked pretty quick. She's a really cool person. So first off, I want you to define your definition of friendship and the different levels of friendship.
I think friendship is just, it's just, being a good friend is being there for, your friend through everything, ups and downs, the good and the bad. And that's my perception of friendship, just being.
Is there a such thing as work friends, regular friends, and other?
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like you have to place your friends.
Like, expand on that, placing them.
So when you say work friends, yeah, like I have work friends, but would I be there? Would I bring them into my personal life all the time? No, not always.
Do you have any that you would just strictly leave at work?
Yeah.
Can I get one?
It's a few.
There's a few.
I mean, it's a few. People that I work with now. I don't think we would be friends outside of work. Not because I don't think they're good people, just because, I don't know, I'm real particular about who I bring into my personal space and into my personal life. So.
I dig that. I'll use me as an example. Shout out to who I'm about to get into, Cody. He's going to be on one of these episodes coming up. And he's come up a lot on previous episodes. I'll tell you this about friendship. We went from I don't want to say a hatred, but a unpleasant gray area to now we like super cool. We hang out outside of work because we went from wanting to fight. Like, I remember wanting to fight him. You know what I'm saying? In the parking lot.
My question is how? I mean, how did y'all get past that? Like, did y'all have a conversation?
We did in the parking lot. Like, this is funny. We didn't talk for, I want to say 3 days, right? After that, like, no words. And he would like want to say something, but he didn't. And I think it was a Thursday, and we were clocking out. Everybody was leaving, and his truck wouldn't start. And I parked beside him. There was a car in between us. So when that car pulled out, I saw him with the trunk up, trying to start the car. And I was like, I could help him, or I can be like, forget this dude. So I look over, roll my window down, and I'm like, yo, you need a jump? And he was like, well, I think it's a shortage. You know how he goes into detail about everything instead of just saying yes or no?
Yeah.
So after that, we just kind of kept talking. Like, while I was jumping his truck, we started talking about what was happening and how we got there. And he apologized, and he was like, well, I didn't mean it like that, and this, that, and the other. And then Willie comes out, and he thought we was finna fight. So he like sat there for like an hour, because we talked for like an hour in the parking lot just talking. And he sat there and waited because he thought something was finna go down. And then like it didn't, so he kind of left. And then after he left, we talked for a few more minutes, and then we kind of built off of that to then we were talking to Charles. It was Charles. And he was like, so what happened? Y'all good now? Did y'all fight? And I was like, no, we straight. And then, after that, we just kind of clicked. He started talking more. He opened up about his life and the way he thinks, why he thinks the way he thinks. You know what I'm saying? And I was telling him, because it's a culture difference, And I was like, well, you can't say, the way you joke with your white friends, your white guy friends, you can't do that with black folks. You know what I'm saying? And this is why. And I gave him the rundown of why he can't say certain things that he was saying. That because they joke different. And I was like, certain words you can't say to us. Explicit right here, you can't call a black man or a woman a bitch, right? And because we don't take that as you playing. Whereas him and his friends, they do that. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, well, in this world, you can't do that. Because when you say that to me, I'm on something else now. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you go so far, but some lines you can't cross, and that was one of them. So we went into that, and he kind of like learned. He's still learning to this day boundaries. So I don't know if you noticed how he like is a little more cautious about how he talks to.
I have noticed.
You know what I'm saying? That's why.
I have noticed, and I said to myself, I said he's had a conversation with someone, or with the situation that happened may have really like opened his eyes. Like you can't.
He's learning, and you can tell it's like new for him. Because I think he said he only had like one other black friend, so it's a daily process with him. So we've hung out. I met his wife and his little girl. You know.
Sometimes when in most friendships, there gonna be times where y'all disagree or whatever. I feel like it's always about a conversation. Yeah. Like if y'all are friends, y'all should be able to have a conversation and move forward, or not.
I will say this: he really wanted the friendship because I was over it. I was like, man, I'm finna fight this dude. I don't care no more. But he kept pressing his shoe, so now we're good.
Maybe he really didn't mean harm about what he said. I don't think he realized what he was saying
because
or how he was joking.
He's never been around a place where the majority is minorities.
And he said that.
I think this is probably the most people he's been around on a consistent basis.
Yeah, he actually said that. He said, I've never worked in a place, like this.
And you can tell. And my thing is, like, it's a learning experience for him. So, I mean, and he has an affection for minority women. And I didn't know that. He has a secret, like, admiration for them. And he just didn't know how to express it. I was like, bruh,
that's funny.
That's crazy, right? But yeah, shout out to Cody. On that note, that's an example of a work friend becoming a actual friend. You know what I'm saying? Have you had any situations like that where a work friend became a real friend?
I had a situation like that once before. We were like every day, she was really cool. But then once I kind of started bringing her into my life, she just kind of started to show me, little things about herself that I was just like,
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't know about that. And so we still cool, but I just kind of keep it at a distance because I don't want to
throw it out the door.
I don't want to get too close and then she does something that doesn't sit right with me. I feel like she's done things before and I've talked to her about it, but it's like she doesn't get it. Okay. I feel like
that's what I was finna say. Like what happens when you speak on it and they keep doing it.
Yeah, like I feel like she doesn't get where I'm coming from. I feel like with me, loyalty is a big thing for me. Actually that's top tier for me. Yeah. If you're like, even if you're someone that isn't even really accustomed to certain things, if you can show me that you have my back in certain situations, that where you really didn't have to, I gotta rock with you at that point. I'm gonna rock with you, period. Like that's why I'm cool with Cody. I'm big on loyalty over anything. Like I don't care, if we fell out before, didn't talk for 5 years, we come back into each other's lives. We good. I feel like we're vowing to be friends again. I'm gonna be loyal to you. Have you ever been in a situation where your friend was wrong, but you like roll with it anyway and then tell them about it after the fact? Oh, yes. I had a situation like that where I'm gonna always rock with my friends. Like, they could be wrong as two left shoes. Yeah. See, and then after that, we'll talk about it. But in front of people, I don't care if they right or wrong. You gotta rock. You gotta have their back. Yeah, I'm gonna always have their back. They're never gonna feel like, oh, my friend didn't have my back. I was in a situation like that recently with friends, in a situation and I felt like nobody had my back. And that's like, that's not a good feeling.
That's the worst
That's
feeling.
the worst feeling.
That's why I've had my same friends since 6th grade.
Yeah.
Because once you have that core, it's hard to like let somebody in that circle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to this day, I'm still cool with every single one of them. And if we get together or something goes down, if nobody else is there, I know they gonna be there, no matter what kind of differences we have.
Exactly. That's what a friendship is about. Because no relationship is perfect. Friendship, whatever kind of,
Speaking of friendship,
not perfect.
I'm gonna ask you this because you're in a relationship, right?
Yes.
Do you feel like your partner is your best friend?
I think that yes. Yes.
Because I always hear people say, even today, right? Dude's talking about his wife, and he's like, "Yeah, she's my best friend." Blah blah. And I'm asking that because I put a Facebook post up, right? And it said, most women, not all, but most are single because a nice guy, a good guy, isn't their type. And they, some of the comments was real interesting. You know what I'm saying? But at the same thing, it was interesting because they changed what I said. They were saying that I said women don't want a good man. That's not what I said. Because all women, just like all men, want what they consider a good man or woman. What I said was maybe a good man or woman ain't your type. And I say that because, and I want to get your opinion on this. I say that because not too long ago, this girl was, one of my friends, she was complaining about her man and how he was doing her. And she was like, why can't he be like this? And why can't he be like, and her homegirl was there. And why can't he do this? And why don't he do that? And she was like, I need me a good man and blah, blah, blah. And her homegirl said, why haven't you ever talked to Gary? He's everything that you describe every day. You're always complaining about this, and everything you're saying is him. And she goes, well, he's my friend. He's just a friend. And I say that because that's what made me put the post up. And I didn't take offense to it because I'm not her type. That's cool. But why do men and women do this? Put the person they claim they want in the friend zone.
Oh, that's deep, Gary. I don't know. I feel like I don't even know how to answer that. I just kind of feel like people want what they want. Yeah. I mean, I feel like people are very picky about a person that they want. Like they have this person that they want built up in their head from the inside out. So that's exactly what they want.
They have that person built up in their head. When they find that person, they put them in their world, but they don't get with them a lot of the time. Like I said on the post, most, not all.
I feel like sometimes they don't know how. I feel like they may have certain traits and things about themselves that they want something, but they don't even, I feel like you have to put yourself in a position to even be ready for a good woman or a good man. Like you have to be. Have you ever come across
a situation where another thing I heard was that people that get with good men or women don't know how to handle it, so they like push them out,
push them away, reject it because they don't know. I feel like when you've never had a good man or a good woman, you don't know how to accept it. It's almost like you're not used to it, so you don't. It's almost like
that boggles my
toxic
mind.
Love. Like if that's all you had is toxic relationship after toxic relationship, that's all you know. So when you finally get someone that's everything that you want, it's almost like you don't even know how to accept it. You don't even know how to.
Are those people hopeless?
No, I think that you just have to be patient with them.
But a person can only take so much. I mean, if it's me, the
reason why I say it and the reason why I believe it is because that was me. Like before I got into the relationship I'm in now, it was just toxic, up and down.
What did he do to make you
that
be
was
like
different.
that made you accept that? You know what I'm saying?
He stayed down with me. He was loyal to me no matter what. You know, he showed me every day to right now to this day, I want you. I choose you. Flaws and all.
That's dope. Shout out to him. I don't know his name, but shout out to him. Because that's tight. Man, that made me lose my train of thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's dope. With that being said, you saying that it's not hopeless. How long did it take for you to realize?
Now that's the kicker. It took a while. It didn't just happen in the first year.
First off, how long y'all been together?
We've been together for 3 years.
3 years. So it took more than a year.
Yes.
Give or take, how long you think it took before you were like, all right, I'm going to do it?
I'll say 2 years.
2 years?
Mm-hmm. It took a while.
Wow.
Because, like I said, when all you know is toxic relationship after toxic relationship, I mean, it's just bullshit on top of bullshit with everyone you've ever been with. And you finally get with someone that treats you, and I mean, he is the man that you've been praying for, wanting for. He is everything. He's not perfect either.
Nobody's perfect. Yeah. That's another thing I want to get into after you finish your story.
Yeah, he's not perfect either, but he has been everything to me and my boys since the day he walked into our life. He came in my life and he said, I want this, I want that, and I want this. And he has stood on it since day one.
That's dope. So, speaking of people being perfect, do you think that in any type of friendship, whether it be a partnership, your homeboy, or an associate, do we put too much expectation on the role of a friend or beyond?
No, I don't. And I say that because I feel like we've been through so much in this life. Life is very short. I feel like I expect you to be a good friend to me because that's what I'm going to be to you. So, no.
What would make you end the friendship? Or have you ever?
Yeah. What would make me end a friendship is just there's no loyalty, you know? And
give me an example.
I feel like if something happens and I know there's not even a conversation, I can't even, it's hard to come back from certain things. After something happens, it's almost like even a conversation won't fix it. Sometimes you just outgrow people.
That's what I was going to say. If you outgrow someone.
Yeah. Sometimes you just outgrow people, because like you said, you've been friends with the same people since the 6th grade.
Yeah. But I mean, we're not like kicking it we went from this to, and then, as you get older, things happen. Like people move, you get girlfriends and wives.
Right.
Like right now, I can use my friends and I can say their name because they know, you know what I'm saying? My first real friend. This is my first real friend in my whole life. His name is Dustin, right? We are polar opposites. He is, in first conversation, you won't like him. Like, he knows it. Everybody knows it. But once you get to know him, you see that his arrogance, it comes off as arrogant, but he's just really smart. He's like one of the most intelligent people I've ever met on this planet. And I've been all over the world as a military kid and met a lot of people and college professors and all that. Because we started at college together, and then I went to Colorado. But yeah, when you first meet him, you're like, man, I don't like this dude, right? But once you get to know him, because like for me and him, we didn't have a lot in common. Well, we had a lot in common as kids because, all kids have, we was just playing with G.I. Joes and video games. But as you get older and come into your personality yourself, say around high school or junior high, actually, like 8th, 9th grade, we started hanging out with each other less. We moved into our different groups because, like I said, he was super smart. So he was in all the advanced classes. And the rest of us, me, Clyde, Thayer, and Daniel, we was in regular classes. You know what I'm saying? So he was doing his thing with them. Then he moved into this rock phase, right? Where he's playing in the band. And I'm cool. I like music. And to the point that I can listen to anything. To the point of Clyde, one of our other friends in the Corps, he took guitar lessons so he could, because he had an interest in music because he's a huge Prince fan, right? But he also did it to maintain the connection because we were like all kind of going our separate ways. And then after that, he blamed me for something senior year, and it wasn't me. It was the rest of the group, right? But this is what per se ended the friendship. He blamed that on me, right? And I tried to tell him it wasn't me. We didn't talk for 4 years. And the only reason we got in contact again was because his mom passed away. I was in Colorado. I called him. I was like, yo, I just, heard that your mom passed, blah, blah, blah. We talked for a few minutes, and then we didn't talk again for like months and months and months, maybe almost another 2 years, right? And then one day he just called me, and he was like, hey, man, when you coming back home to visit or whatever? And then we talked, and ever since then, we've been good. And he just recently got married. I went to his wedding, met his wife and all that. Well, I had met her beforehand, but it's just like that where we kind of like weren't friends no more, and then we became friends again. And like it's the same with the rest of the group. Like Claude, he got married, has twins, Daniel, he got married, has a daughter. So we're all, doing our own things. I moved to Colorado for freaking 12 years. Daniel was living in Vegas. Dustin was still here. And Clyde he became a pastor. So he was like all over the place, right? And like one day we all got together at Starbucks to get back on subject of friendship. And because I had just got back in town. And we were talking. We had our conversation. It was great. Everybody left. But Dustin and Clyde were still there. Daniel left. Aaron left. And we were talking. And then Clyde went to take a phone call. I think his wife had called or something. And he goes, when you left, the group fell apart. And I was like, what you mean? He was like, you were the glue to the group. When you moved, it was kind of like dead until you came back. And it was crazy because as soon as Clyde got off the phone and came back in, he said the same exact thing. So I was like, that made me really like think about our friendship. After they said that to me, I was like, we're never going to not be friends no more. Yeah. Until like, if we not friends no more, it's because I'm saying I'm not going to be y'all friends no more. You know what I'm saying? So that like made me feel good. But at the same time, it's like I felt responsible, because like right now, if in order for us to all do something together, I'd have to do it.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that kind of scenario where you had a lifelong friend that is going to be your friend forever?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's my first friend. We were friends all the way from kindergarten all the way through school. We kind of started to grow apart a little bit in high school. She kind of was doing her own thing. I was doing mine. But we never stopped being friends. We had disagreements. We kind of had things happen where it was like a, misunderstanding. But we've always been friends, even now. Like, we don't talk every day. We don't see each other every day. She's pregnant right now. And, you
better send her a gift basket or something.
That'll be nice, huh?
Yeah.
But like I said, we don't talk every day, but she's still my friend. She can call me right now if she needs something and I can help her. I'm going to help her.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And, as we grow, we become friends with other people and, things like that. I have a friend right now who I think we're going to be friends forever till we get old.
Is this one in the background right here? Shout out to you. Yes. You're not on camera, but shout out to you. That's good that, she thinks that highly of you.
Yeah. So, yeah.
All right. And, well, unless you got something else you want to put out in the world, I'm going to wrap it up right there.
Okay. I don't think I have anything else. Not that I can just think of off the top of my head.
Oh, before we go, your partner came into your life, right? What made you, when you realized that he was like the guy, how did you introduce him to your kids? He was just like, hey, this is.
So the very, very first time my kids ever saw him, They had just got out of school and he was leaving the house. And
It was like, who is this?
yeah, and he was like, he opened my car door. He was telling me bye. And my son, my youngest son, as soon as he shut the door, he said, Mama, I don't like him. And I said, you don't even know him.
Don't have to. I got a daddy.
Mama, I don't like him.
I did the same thing.
And that, I would never forget it because now he loves him so much. Like, he loves him so much. It's like every time you see him, you know.
So they've established their own little friendship, right?
They have.
See, is it to the point where, like, if they had to choose, it can be like, oh, I want to go with him today. Have you ever had that happen?
Yeah. Yeah.
That hurts.
They love him. I mean, they look for him. They love him. They have a lot of respect for him. And, you know, they still love their dad. No one will ever, you know, take his spot, but they love him too because he shows up for them.
No, he's there.
Yes,
you
he's
know,
there.
he's active.
Yes.
He's taking them to whatever football games and stuff.
Yes, like he's active with them. So, yeah.
Cool. Oh, there are certain people that we work with that I thought I was friends with, and I guess we're not no more. And I don't know why. Has it ever been a situation where you think you're friends with somebody and all of a sudden you're like, oh, we're not friends?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, actually. I've been in situations like that where, dang, I thought we was cool. You know, I guess not. In situations like that, me personally, I just, if that's how you feel, then,
I mean, I could give that
right
kind
back
of
at you.
I try to be positive though, but some people just be like, you know what? I have no words for you.
And you know
I'm just
what?
gonna look past them.
And sometimes that's all you can do because you don't even know. Sometimes you don't even know, like, what is the problem?
I genuinely feel bad though.
Like, what did I do?
I feel bad. Like, I don't like establishing a relationship with somebody and then it kind of just dies, and I don't really know the root cause of it. I kind of do.
Sometimes people
But I kinda
listen
don't.
to other people and they let other people get in their head about you or someone else, and which I think that's whack. I'm not gonna.
Just come
Can't
ask
nobody
me.
come tell me nothing about you.
Talk to me, yeah.
You know, and I'll be like, oh, I don't like you no more because of
Because
what
so-and-so
such and such.
said this.
Yeah, no.
It's like, all right, well, y'all all lame to me. That's how I look at
That's
it.
how I'm gonna look at it.
But I just find that weird. That stuff disappoints me because it's like one person that that's actually in your former group, because you know one of them doesn't work there anymore. But that one of the other person still works there, and I'm like, dang, I thought we was good, but then we not. And
Do
then,
you think that?
Oh, go ahead.
Do you think that it's a conversation?
I think it could be because I really like. I'm just not the type to just be on. I don't know. We just got different personalities or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Yeah.
it is, but I don't know. Yeah, I can have a conversation with anybody, obviously.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, the whole Cody situation shows that. And then the other one, AKA New Mexico, I don't know what's up with that whole area. They all tripping. They're
weird.
They're all. It's like one toxic person is making everybody else toxic. Because I don't even know these people and they feeling some type of way. I don't like that either.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't really like that. What I will say though is my experience with that. Two of them, we still good. You know.
Well, see, two of them, I don't even know them, and
Right.
they hate me. And
Yeah,
I'm like, why?
and it's probably because of what somebody's saying, but
I don't know.
I
that.
just
That
yeah.
makes me feel bad. I genuinely am a person that once I like establish a connection with you, even if we have a disagreement, we can fix it. Because
I
I
feel like-
like that, to be good with people.
Right. But I mean, you can't change what someone else is saying about you. However, all you can do is just be you. You know you're a good person.
I don't like the divide that it's making with a lot of people. But that's another subject for
Yeah.
another episode. Maybe I'll call that the drama episode or something. I don't know. But on that note, I'm going to end it right there. Shout out to Angelique for coming. Hopefully you'll come back. The mic is always open for you. Shout out to my man Anthony, a guy in the chair. He makes all this work. So if you need something technically wise, holler at him. And on that note, do you have any social medias or something you want to shout out?
Instagram, Angelique Nicole _1.
All right. That's it. Just Instagram. Okay, cool. And on that note, we out. Honestly speaking, peace. That's it.